So as part of our 20th anniversary celebrations in 2024, Pharos Architectural Controls is spotlighting 20 people and projects that have helped to shape our company and our products and continue to inspire us every day. Mark de Gruyter from Pharos and I are really excited today to be joined by Lukas Gössling from LightLife to talk about his experiences with Pharos products and some of the projects that have brought the tech to life. Welcome, both of you. It's wonderful to have you here. Thanks so much, Lukas, for joining us.
Hi.
I wonder whether we could start off by just asking you your kind of background and what you do at LightLife.
Yeah, I'm managing director at LightLife. We are a system integration company based in Cologne, Germany, yeah, we are now 27 years on the market and almost 30 years university. We can think about how to manage it. Yeah, we are with Pharos since 2012, I think.
Yeah, 2012. I was going to say, I started in 2012 with Pharos, and I think LightLife was working with Pharos for a short time, at least, before I started. So I think, certainly before, maybe before 2012, but yeah. And you guys started with Pharos. So I think you started working with Tim and Chris. Chris was the managing director of Pharos previously. But can you tell us a little bit about LightLife's history prior to Pharos, and then how you came into contact with Pharos to begin that relationship?
Yeah, we were quite familiar with another big controls manufacturer, and we shared our office in Cologne, and we were in big lighting control projects in the past, and since this company was sold to a big concern, it was obviously that things will change or may change. It was not clear at this stage, but it was okay. Maybe it will not stay as it is, that we have this first level support direct in the office, that we will have this connection, and it was that we need to open our eyes. What is there else, and which options are there? And then we get in contact with Pharos. Okay, do you want to speak with us? And yeah, there were discussions and some meetings. I think we meet Tim first time on Pro Light and Sound 2012, and then we started to become the distributor for Germany. Austria, Switzerland was there in the past. And
indeed, all of the German speaking areas. So Austria, market, Germany, and Switzerland. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. And that was in the early days when we had a much smaller network than we do now, for sure, I think. And yeah, certainly since then, things have expanded significantly, but you guys continue to look after very well after that region. And ultimately, we moved from that point, I think, to even sharing trade show stands together for things like Light and Building. That's a biannual, or historically was a biannual exhibition that's held in Germany every 2 years. And so we successfully shared stands there, etc. One of the interesting things I think that about LightLife is that you are you're a systems integrator, but your focus has historically been primarily on networking, controls, and integration. Unlike some of our other partners, for example, who are tied to specific manufacturers, meaning lighting manufacturers, etc., that you guys are agnostic, if you will, in the sense, in terms of well, until recently anyway, but in terms of representation. And so that gives you sort of an edge, I think, because of your very focused attention to controls and networking, etc.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons to choose Pharos in the end, that we have this knowledge, or that we know what we want to have from a control system, and that it is not just a lighting plate like unit. It needs to be more integration to be done with it when we have very complex solutions with our artists, or we work a lot with lighting artists, lighting designers, and try to get their thoughts into the technical details, and that's the concept we try to do since this time.
Yeah, and you've really taken advantage of a lot of the show control capabilities that Pharos provides in terms of that integration with third-party systems, building management systems, and things like that.
Correct. Yeah, and this brings us all over the world. So we are based in Germany or in Europe, and we have the distribution network here in Germany, but I've also been with Pharos in international projects.
100%. And that's something that's really great about LightLife, is because you guys are very advanced skill-wise, etc. And because of the nature of that what I was describing earlier, that you're very much network focused and controls focused, is that you make a great partner in terms of being able to refer for collaboration with some other companies or projects that we have where they don't have the Pharos skill that you and the rest of the team at LightLife very much bring to the table. And so that enables us to cooperate with LightLife and work on international projects. I think you guys did a big project in Dubai, for example. Yeah. So maybe you can tell us a bit about that. I think it was Dubai Canal.
Yeah, it was Dubai Canal. And it was a job which comes from Light and Build. So the lighting designer walked through our stand and said, "Okay, I need someone who can do the commissioning in Dubai next week." It was almost that. I don't know. It was a couple of weeks, but it was.
But I mean, that sort of reflects on the international nature of things as well. Yeah. You're in Germany. I think the lighting designer was Greek, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And the project's in Dubai, so it just really sort of highlights the international nature of these things and the different players and where they come from. And again, having a partner like LightLife that we can cooperate with and refer to, I mean, I think that helps your business, but it certainly helps us as Pharos, because you're a highly skilled partner who can bring to fruition these really complex projects, utilizing all the power of Pharos, but in these projects where maybe that skill set doesn't exist, or
in the end the Dubai canal was huge because of the dimensions. So it's like a 3-kilometer light installation, and so the pictures and the programming which is there is yet not so specific, but the dimension with the data distribution and all those the specs which needs to be in this project make it a huge project.
I was going to say, in a very complicated environment as well. Yeah. You know, along the canal, this was the lighting, I think, along the sides of the canal for a 3-kilometer stretch.
Yeah, correct.
And some of the bridges, I think, were included in this. I can't remember all the details.
Three bridges with some of them with like single picture controlled luminaires, do some lighting effects and some arc illumination. So some landmark illuminations in Dubai, as they have a lot of them, but
but it's great that you guys get to be part of that as well. So, and it was just nice that it was able to, and again, reflecting back on that came from Light and Building. It was a very quick turnaround, an immediate need. And I think that's just goes to show the power and the skill set that you guys have, is that you were so quickly able to satisfy this requirement in a very short period of time.
Yeah. And then remember that there was one effect needed. It was that they want to have wave effectors through the luminaires, and there was in the end a special scripted effect which was not in the original library, and with the support guys we made it happen that we can have like a wave going through all the luminaires, which was not in the first designer software version.
It never
but
is.
In the
It
end,
never
we could
is.
make it happen. Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good, and a successful project in the end, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, it was in the end great to work with the partners on site. So we delivered the hardware and the skill set, but yeah, all the installation stuff have been done by the locals, and yeah, it was good setup.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
And I think any other projects that you've worked on that
yeah, I think one of those where it was a clear decision to Pharos because of the setup. All the background was a tea gallery from the German Telecom headquarters, which is like a internal museum or future lab, whatever it is. It is there since I'm with LightLife. We are working on the tea gallery. It's a yearly change. They always do modifications. They always renew installations, and it's a future lab, and it was an old DMX installation in there, and I think 2016 it was about to renew all the hardware because it was an old, getting old there, and then there was the decision what project or what product do we use now, and the guys who do all the AV installation there wanted to set up an MQTT protocol-based content management system or content control system, and yeah, it was required that the lighting control will be talking MQTT as well. And then it was, will the designer, will Pharos be able to do that? And then we had a chat with you, and it's not done yet, but it sounds interesting, and we are able to do it, and with their knowledge of each other, or our history, our
your experience and your history.
Experience with you. That's the word I was searching. We trusted this information, and they say, okay, it's not there, but they say we will do it, and then we built the LPCs in there, and now extended to a couple of VLCs which are in there, and they all working in one big project file, and that it's a huge never-ending project.
And it it speaks very much to sort of the scalability of the Pharos systems and that sort of thing as well, and sort of, if you will, the future-proofing of systems, because you can scale it, and so you can continue to add if a project requires added dimensions or things like that, as as the years pass on, then you can scale the system and maintain your Pharos, and scale the system according to the needs of the growing project. So, very interesting. And I think that you, as a consequence of you and the rest of the team at LightLife, have very much developed a really strong relationship with the Pharos technical support team in an effort to try and to build these things and to work them through. But it's great. I mean, I think the tech support team find it, the challenging things are the most interesting for them, rather than the usual daily mundane sort of tech support calls. So I think that they enjoy working with companies like yourself and on projects such as that, where they are not your standard sort of requirements, and it presents challenges that they are able to help work through. That makes the work a bit more exciting,
Yeah, I think we made it to a point where we do our own modules. With our own Lua scripting stuff, and I think we sometimes we came to the point where we drive it to the limit and say, okay, now we need to take a step back and say, okay, that's maybe out of the specs, but
Yeah, but
it's a good point, yeah.
And I think that's sort of pushing the envelope, if you will, and pushing the edges of the technology really help us in terms of future development. I mean, it's projects and companies like yourself that help to push that forward, because it helps us to recognize what the requirements are in the market, the changing, the changing challenges that are faced with these designers as they try and do more and more. And so, yeah, it has its positive side to it.
It's always nice when you go to the office, to the guys who are deep into the programming stuff, and say, okay, there was a feature request, and now have you seen whatever
Exactly.
2 points, and now we got the feature we have asked for, and it's that's a nice thing, and it's good to have these conversations and to see this progress, and it's not that it will come somewhere in the future. It's
but without
response,
without people like you and projects like that, we wouldn't have that. So that's it's a really important part of the collaboration, I think, is it helps us in terms of our development of the technology. So very much appreciated.
Absolutely, yeah. You can really see the collaboration and the way that you're kind of pushing each other forward in terms of requirements, and then Pharos coming up to kind of meet the needs of the projects and what you need to to do with that kit. So it's fascinating to hear how you've experienced Pharos and how you've been able to integrate the systems into your projects to fantastic effects. It's really wonderful to hear your experiences, and we'd just like to say thank you for joining us to be able to help us kind of take a look back at what we've done over the last 2 decades, and and here's to many more years of working in collaboration with LightLife. So thank you so much, Lukas, for your time.
Welcome.
Indeed. Here's to another 12 years, at least.
Yeah.
At least.